If you are over 60 and your legs feel weaker every year, even though you walk regularly, there is a reason. Weak legs are the leading predictor of falls, and falls are exactly how older adults lose their independence. Walking is fantastic for your heart, for your mood, and your circulation, but it does almost nothing to rebuild the specific muscle fibers you start losing the fastest as you age. To find out exactly where you stand right now, geriatric doctors and physical therapists use a very specific baseline. It's called the chair stand test, and it measures your true functional leg strength. Grab a sturdy chair without armrests, sit down with your feet flat on the floor, and cross your arms over your chest. When you start a timer for 30 seconds, you're going to stand up completely and sit all the way back down as many times as you can. This chart breaks down the average performance targets. If you're a woman aged 60 to 64, the average is 12 to 17 stands. For men the same age, it's 14 to 19. The acceptable ranges scale down slightly as you reach your late 60s, 70s, and beyond. Remember your number. A below-average score indicates your legs are currently weaker than they should be. This result identifies a body that has stopped receiving a specific physiological signal, one that a daily walk cannot provide. Here we are looking at the two main types of muscle fibers in your legs. Type 1 fibers are built for endurance. They handle low-intensity, long-duration activities. Type 2 fibers are your power fibers. They handle explosive force and balance. After the age of 40, you begin losing muscle mass. This is sarcopenia, but it doesn't hit everything equally. The type 2 fibers shrink and disappear at roughly double the rate of your type 1 endurance fibers. When you walk, only those endurance fibers light up. You could walk 10,000 steps a day for a decade, and those decaying power fibers would remain completely dark, entirely starved of nerve signals. This is exactly why you might walk for an hour a day, but still struggle to push yourself up from a low sofa or feel your legs shaking when you descend a flight of stairs. That structural frailty is not an unavoidable consequence of aging. The fibers responsible for keeping you stable simply aren't being asked to work. The nerve connections to those power fibers can be restored at any age. We just need to send the exact signals required to wake them up, using a targeted zero-equipment protocol. We start with the wall push-away. You stand at arm's length from a wall, lean in, and press yourself back. While this looks like an arm workout, pressing your weight away actually forces your calves and quads to engage heavily to stabilize your entire body. Next is the standing knee raise with a 2-second hold at the top. Lifting the knee activates your hip flexors, correcting the dangerous shuffling gait many older adults develop. Meanwhile, the ankle and knee of your standing leg are forced into rapid stabilization twitches to keep you upright. Then we move to the sit to stand. The motion is exactly what it sounds like, but the critical requirement here is speed. You must take 3 to 4 full seconds to lower yourself back down into the chair with absolute control. This slow lowering is an eccentric contraction, where the muscle works while it lengthens. Because this creates greater mechanical tension and targeted micro-tears than standard lifting, research shows it triggers significantly more muscle regrowth in older populations. Finally, the most effective tool on the list, the wall sit. Place your back flat against a wall, walk your feet out 18 inches, and slide down until your knees reach a 45-degree angle. Holding this for 15 to 30 seconds produces a distinct burn in the quads. This tells the brain these specific muscles are under heavy load, triggering the restoration of nerve connections and the rebuilding of power fibers. These 4 movements take about 7 to 10 minutes to complete, but they fully replace the vital power and stability signals that a 10,000-step walk ignores. To get the most out of these movements, you have to look at the fuel. Your aging body operates with a strict processing cap. It can only use about 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal to build muscle. This timeline shows the most common error. People eat a light, low-protein breakfast and then hoard all their protein for a large dinner. That massive spike is incredibly inefficient, leaving your muscles starved for repair materials during the most active hours of your day. You can also accelerate your balance recovery with one simple habit. When you brush your teeth, stand on one leg. Weak legs cause your body to compensate by stiffening your movements and shortening your stride. This daily hold forces that stability back. But there is one major pitfall you must avoid. After a minor illness or a tweaked knee, older adults tend to stay off their feet. A single week of zero signal immobility can cause the same amount of muscle loss that would take a younger person a month to lose. Any gentle signal is better than zero. Your initial CHAMA test score marks the baseline for a 14-day window. By pairing these 4 movements with morning protein and the toothbrush balance habit, you can prove how quickly the body responds to the right stimulus. Retest yourself in 2 weeks and watch that number move up.